Welcome back, student, in the subject of integrated marketing, communication, and brand management. Today, we are going to discuss the topic of brand positioning. So, students, uh, the brand positioning is probably one of the most confused concepts in the world of business today. So, a brand positioning is not a clever advertising idea or a cool tagline or a slight logo or a graphic standard manual or a website. So, while these and other elements be combined to contribute to our brand positioning, they are not the foundation. So the result of brand positioning is the thought triggered in the mind of the customer when he or she hears or sees your name. So brand is far more than advertising, and you have to understand this very thoroughly. So it is the identity an organization has internally as well as the externally. So it represents the values, the personality and the experiences that people associated with the company, product or the service. So a brand provides a point of difference, like a reason to choose your company, product or service over the competition. So this is increasingly important in today's product driven environment. So brands have companies which command a premium price because of the added value which is associated with the brand. Brand positioning is a process of establishing and managing the images or the perception and the association that a consumer applies to your product based on the values and the beliefs associated with your product. So these are managed through application of brand positioning elements consistent with the product's positioning in all target market communication relating to your company or product or service. The more effective you are into your brand positioning, the greater the value your brand holds for you. So the value of a brand above and beyond the cumulative physical attributes of your product itself represent the brand equity that we are going to see in next lecture, in upcoming lectures. So brand positioning is the act of the designing the company's offering and the images to occupy a distinctive place in the target market's mind. So the perceived differentiation takes care of the competitive angle as well, and the value aspect takes care of the customer motivation. For example, Perk is positioned as a substitute for a snack which can be had anywhere, anytime, right? A brand must create an association and clinch onto it. So the bottom line of positioning is that it must be valuable or creditable or distinctive and suitable for the product in the question. So, according to Asker, he said that brand positioning is a part of brand identity and the value proposition that is to be actively communicated to the target audiences and that demonstrate an advantage over competing brands. So, brand positioning is an essential element of winning branding strategy. So, the term brand positioning has two connotations, the vertical and the horizontal one. So, in the term of vertical connotation, the term refers to the order in which the product ranks relative to the products of the competitors in the minds of their customers in the industry niche. In the terms of horizontal connotation, the term refers to the qualities and the attributes the product represent in the mind of their customers, again relative to the competitors. So, brand positioning can be defined as an activity of creating a brand offer in such manner that it occupies a distinctive place and a value in the target customer's mind. For example, Kotak Mahindra position itself as the customer's mind as one entity, that is Kotak. so which can provide a customized or one-stop solution for all your financial service needs. So it has an added top of mind recall. So it intends to stay with the proposition of think investment, think Kotak. You have may have heard about this tagline. So this is the positioning they choose for their brand, which will influence by competitive stance if they want to adopt. So, as the name suggests, implies positioning is nothing but seeking a location in customer's mind or a particular market segment. So, good brands always inform its customer and help them to guide marketing strategy, and by clarifying what a brand is all about, how their brand is unique, and what are the similarities between them and their competitors, and why customers should go for them. This definition is given by Dr. Y. Ram Kishan. He clarifies all the doubts which we have in positioning thing. So positioning is not about just seeking a location customer mind, but it also informs customer like what is good about your brand, what is the unique about your brand, or what are the similarities do you have with your competitors, and why customers should go and purchase your product. So all those answers should be all those questions should be answered in your brand positioning strategy. Philip Kotler defines brand positioning is the act of designing the company's offering and image to occupy a distinctive place in the target market's mind. While Sengupta holds that the aim of the product positioning is to create a perception for our brand in the prospect mind so that it stands apart from competing brands, we must cover that space in the consumer mind as if we had won a long term lease. So we must find a strong position in that mind and sit on it. Now, when we are talking so highly about the brand positioning, we have to know that the brand positioning is at the heart of the marketing strategy. As Kotler defines that it occupies a distinct and valued place in the target market mind, target customer's mind, it is very important point which you have to consider in the positioning of brand. So the object of positioning a brand is to cause people to feel that there is no completely satisfactory substitute for the brand. So a brand can be positioned in various several ways, like offering a specific benefit or targeting a specific segment or the price or the distribution. So positioning have different components. Now, when we talk about the brand positioning, it has four major components. So, first component we have is the target market. When we are repeatedly saying that it should be identify the consumer target, which is very important because different consumer may have a different brand knowledge structure and thus different perception they have in their mind. So, you have to define your target market first. The second component you have is the nature of competition. So at least deciding to target a certain type of consumer often will defines the nature of competition also, because other firms have also decided to target that segment in the past or to plan to do in the future. So because consumer in that segment already may look to other brands in their purchase decision, you have to make sure that nature of competition, you have to make sure, or you have to get the clarity about the nature of competition. Next you have is next component of brand positioning is POPs. So POPs are the points of parity, which are nothing but the association that are not necessarily unique to the brand but may in fact be shared with other brand. So it is driven by the needs of the category membership to create a category of POPs and the necessity of negating the competitor's point of difference to create a competitive POPs. So in choosing point of differences, you have to consider two things, uh, that customer find point of difference is desirable and the firm has the capabilities to deliver on that point of differences. So when we are talking about the POPs, the another component we have is point of difference. Points of parity are the association that are not necessarily unique to the brand but may be shared with other brands. And but when we talk about the PODs, which is the component number 4, so point of difference are the attributes or the benefits customers strongly associated with a brand positive, if positively evaluate and believe they could not find the same extent with the competitive brand. So it is a term which is used for the outcome of product differentiation. So point of difference describe the individual factors of differentiation in detail. Now, uh, we'll talk about the importance of brand positioning. So the first point we have is there is a market differentiation. So the unique and the creative brand positioning not only will clarifies the clutter from the market, but it will also gives the factors of differentiation to the brand as compared to its direct or indirect competitors. So it makes the brand stand out in the market as well as in the customer's mind. If suppose you have some USPs, unique selling proposition and strong attributes of brand, it will get ingrained in the minds of the customer as a recall factor. That will be very important for your branding strategy. Branding positioning strategy. The second importance we have is it will justify the pricing strategy. So it another benefit of the brand positioning, which is a vital one, that it will help the management of the company to justify the pricing strategy. If the pricing of the product offered by a brand is high, owing to the feature of the quality as well as the class, and the brand positioning is formulated in such a way that the showcases of these factor of quality in class, the pricing part will get automatically justified in the mind of the customers. So the same is applicable for the product that are reasonable and affordable in the nature. So the positioning strategy can be planned and executed accordingly. Next important point we have is in branding positioning, you do have a competitive advantage. So here we are talking about like a strong brand positioning that will tactfully and strategically will highlight the core values, strength, the attributes, and the USPs of the brand. It will enjoys the facet of competitive advantage, which would result in accomplishing the objectives of higher sales, increase market share, customer loyalty, then attracting the new set of customers and elevated profits. So all those objectives can be gained from a brand positioning, efficient brand positioning thing. Next importance point for brand positioning is it will make the brand more creative. So there are quite many brands in the market offering the similar lines of the products and services to the same target market. But it is the brand positioning that makes one brand different and unique from the another. And if the brand is able to come with the more innovative and the noble positioning strategy and execution, the brand is adored the tag of the creative brand, and that will ultimately help you to gain and position in the customer's mind. Now, as we got to know about so many brands, we will see some example of it. So I'll give you one luxury brand example, that is Tesla. So we all know that Tesla is a luxury brand which is known for the innovation. So the company offers its product at a premium pricing which is very high, and also the demand for that product is also very high. But they have a value based experience strategy. So Tesla cars are unique, we all know that, and different from any other car on the road. So these cars are electrical, these cars are eco friendly, and these are the technologically advanced, which make them valuable to the customer. And that is why they position their brand in a such a way that customers are willing to get the Tesla anyhow at any price. Next example will be I'll put a will be an example of Nike. Nike. So Nike promotes an athletics lifestyle for everyone, irrespective of their body type. So the company promotes this positioning strategy through a 360-degree marketing and the branding strategy by offering athletic attire that will enhance the performance in your athletic day-to-day activity. So that is also a preposition of branding positioning. A very a fun example which we can take here is about the Disneyland. So you all know that Disneyland brand positioning is nothing but they do have a tagline that is the happiest place on the earth. So when somebody thinks about the happiest place, they will think about the Disneyland. So Disneyland boasts itself as the happiest place on the earth. So the amusement park has positioned itself as an experience of lifetime, which isn't provided by anyone else in the world. That is their brand positioning. A very day-to-day or routine example will be the Maggie one. When you talk about 2 minute snacks or the snacks which will cooked very cooked in less time, you will get the idea of Maggie in your mind. So that 2 minute 2 minute Maggie is a brand positioning of Maggie which they are they have engrossed in the customer's mind. So that is also brand positioning of Maggie. So that's it for today's topic. In next topic we are going to further discuss the another aspects of brand. Until then, stay tuned and please subscribe to the channel of GS College of Commerce Work by E-Learning. Thank you.